Distinguished guests of the FinFam community, please welcome your host for tonight's first Indiana Robotics Virtual Showcase, our president, Renee Becker-Blau.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 First Indiana Robotics Virtual Showcase, where we're celebrating the achievements of our first students, mentors, and volunteers in Indiana. Today, we're celebrating cross-program. Traditionally, at our state championship, we would be honoring the FLL Jr Teams who are advancing to Detroit in order to showcase their Lego models. We would highlight the First Lego League teams who are representing Indiana outside of our region and who are competing for the Global Innovation Award. We would be cheering on the First Tech Challenge teams that would have gone through state and would be attending the Detroit event along with our student board of directors members who are part of the FTC program. And in the FRC program, we would be celebrating and completing a full season, announcing our Dean's List finalists and our District Championship Chairman's Award winners. Since we aren't at the state championship right now, that's why we're here for this virtual showcase where we can highlight and still celebrate all of the hard work that our students, mentors, teams, community, sponsors, everybody has put into this season. All of our teams of judges and volunteers have been working virtually to ensure that we can highlight this hard work. I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you so much for joining us today. And now I'd like to introduce Chris Osborne, the First Indiana Robotics Program Director, longtime First Mentor, and MC Extraordinaire. Chris?
Thanks for the introduction, Renee. I'm so proud to introduce the three FLL Jr teams that would have been attending the World Festival this week in Detroit, representing First Indiana Robotics. The three teams are Team 738, the Junior SmartBots from Lincoln Elementary School in Hammond, Indiana, and then Team 19904, the Pandacorns, and Team 2201, the Rainbow Cheetahs from Twin Branch Model School in Mishawaka, Indiana. Let's meet the teams. Well, Team 738, the Junior SmartBots, couldn't be on the call today, but they sent us some pictures and some information about their build. So let's take a look at that now and learn a little bit more about their project this year. Their Boomtown Build project had a playground, bank, hospital, subway, greenhouse, and they had a crane to help build their town. They included a windmill and solar panels to be environmentally friendly. The students on the team had a few things to say about what they learned. They had learned how to build a crane. Their favorite part was building with Legos and working together. They also learned about doors being wide enough for wheelchair accessibility. And finally, they learned that a foundation is important for a sturdy, durable structure. Well, congratulations, Junior SmartBots, on a fantastic season. We look forward to seeing your projects next year. So, Pandacorns, tell us about your model for this year's game, Boomtown Build.
Hello, everybody. We are the Pandacorns. I want to tell you about our project. We made a hotel to help people with their disabilities. We wanted to help make their lives easier when they stayed at our hotel, and also make sure they had fun while they were there. We call it the Handy Hotel. Handy Hotel. Low check-in for people in wheelchairs. Special pool with wheelchair ramp into pool. Wheelchair rentals for different types of activities. Lots of ramps. How we help the environment. Our hotel is powered by sunlight and solar panels. How we make our hotel stable. Wide base, overlapping bricks, better support for elevator tower. How we make our hotel beautiful. Fountain for a pretty view. Tree bushes and flowers, very colorful. That's it for our project, everybody. Stay safe. Thank you.
Hey, Tristan, what was your favorite part of doing FLL Junior this year?
It was fun.
Emmeline, what about you? What was your favorite part?
I like building the structure.
Trinity, what about you? Did you have a favorite part of this year?
Yeah, I liked the building while we got to go to school and Virtual Olympiad, and then there's our Legos.
And finally, Atticus, what about you? What was your favorite part of FLL Jr. this year?
My friends.
Being with your friends? Okay, well, thank you very much. Again, thank you for agreeing to represent Indiana at the World Festival this year in Detroit. I know we didn't get a chance to go this year, but thank you so much for all the hard work, and we look forward to seeing you next year. Well, Rainbow Cheetahs, thank you so much for being with us today. I wanted to talk to you all about your season. So why don't you, Ellie, tell us about your model?
So our model is called Rainbow Paw Resort and Animal Training Center. Why we built it is because to train the different kinds of animals to help people that can help people with disabilities.
Oh, okay. Well, that's very good. That sounds great. Let's see. So we've got a few others here from your team. What was your favorite part of doing FLL Junior this year?
I liked making the windmills and programming the seesaw.
Oh, okay. Very good. So with the windmills, how you powered your building?
Yeah.
What's your name? And tell us a little bit about your favorite part.
Building Legos.
My name's Lennon, and my favorite part was programming the seesaw.
I liked building just the walls because that took a long time to.
We would like to thank the three teams that we're going to be going to Detroit to represent First Indiana Robotics at the World Festival for First Lego League Junior. Thank you so much for your hard work and your planning to represent us this year. We look forward to seeing you all again next year. Renee, back to you.
Thank you, Chris. Team Pandacorns and Rainbow Cheetahs, I also like building Legos, and I loved the tour of your models. Thank you so much for taking the time to touch base with us today. Moving on to the next program, the First Lego League teams explored how they could build a better world in this year's challenge, City Shaper. We saw 100 countries with over 38,000 teams compete worldwide. These students were challenged to think like scientists and engineers. During the City Shaper season, teams identified local issues and created solutions to a real-world problem in the innovation project. They built, tested, and programmed autonomous robots using LEGO Mindstorm's technology to solve a set of missions in the robot game. Throughout their experience, teams operated under the first signature set of core values, celebrating discovery, teamwork, and gracious professionalism. And now I'd like to introduce Brian Baylor, first LEGO League alumni, long-term FRC volunteer, a cross-program mentor, and an FLL Indiana qualifying tournament director. Brian?
Thank you, Renee. I'm excited to be here to help with the first Indiana Robotics Virtual Showcase. Being here, we're going to celebrate the achievements of the First LEGO League teams, and it's a great way to look back on this exciting season. Here in Indiana, we had over 250 First LEGO League teams compete in 13 different qualifying tournaments and 2 state championships. Teams were awarded at the local and state events for their achievements this season, but now we'd like to take some time to highlight the 7 First LEGO League teams that had advanced to invitationals outside of Indiana. Even though these events have been either postponed or canceled, we wanted to recognize their hard work of these teams. 2 teams were invited to the Razorback Open Invitational in Arkansas. Team 4678-9, something to do with waffles, from Bloomington, winning first place robot performance at the Southern State Championship. And Team 31195, Heroes 230 from Granger, winning the Indiana Robot Reliability Award, in second place robot performance, and the second place robot championship award at the Northern Indiana Championship. The team invited to the Carolina Opens Invitational was Team 23744, Goosebusters Machines from Mishawaka. They were able to win the first place in Robot Strategy and Innovation and second place project strategy and solution at the Northern Indiana State Championship. The team that was invited to the North American Open Championship in Legoland in California was Team 24976, BioFi from Granger, also winning the second place in core values for teamwork at the Northern State Championships. In addition, 2 Champions Award winning teams from Indiana had earned a spot at the first LEGO League World Festival in Detroit. The Champions Award is given to those that exemplify a model first team across all 4 areas of First LEGO League, from robot design, innovation project, core values, and the robot performance. Here are this year's top teams. Our Northern Champion, Team 24772 Raider Fixinators from Carmel, also won the first place in robot performance and was one of the GIA finalists for the state of Indiana. The Southern Championship, Team 31053 RoboForce from Fishers, also won the Champions and Project Innovation Award at the regional competition. Our final team that we would like to recognize is our GIA team. The first LEGO League Global Innovation Award showcases the real-world innovative solutions created by First LEGO League teams around the world as a part of their annually themed challenge. Demonstrating originality, creativity, potential impact, and value, 20 semifinalists will be recognized for their inventions and receive assistance to develop solutions, including $20,000 to the winning team to develop their solution. Inspired to be the next generation of inventors, many teams go on to meet government leaders, receive patents, and bring their innovations to market to become entrepreneurs. Congratulations to the Indiana nomination for the Global Innovation Award, Team 21449, Golden Pandas from Westfield. The Golden Pandas conceptualized a C. diff spore detector which could help reduce hospital-acquired infections from bacteria. Golden Pandas also won first place for their Project Innovation Solution due to that very solution at the Northern State Championship. Congratulations to these 7 and all the other 250 teams for giving the state of Indiana an amazing season of First LEGO League.
Thank you, Brian, for helping us celebrate the first LEGO League teams in Indiana. I can't wait to tune in to the first virtual showcase to see if the Golden Pandas are a first LEGO League Global Innovation Award semifinalist. Continuing with the cross-program progression, now it's time to celebrate our first Tech Challenge community. In this year's season, First Rise, powered by Star Wars, Force for Change, teams around the world explored what it means to imagine and build a city of the future. Teams worked with droid allies to reach up and into the sky in Skystone, presented by Qualcomm. At this time, I'd like to introduce the award presenters for the first Tech Challenge showcase. Bethany Longer, an alumni of Indiana FTC. She is now an industrial engineering student at Purdue University, where she continues her involvement in FIRST as a mentor and volunteer. Joining Bethany is Danny Blau, FIRST alumni, inventor, and problem solver. He is a team mentor, FIRST Indiana Robotics Talent Team Coordinator, and is proud to have been involved with FIRST for more than half his life. Thank you for joining our first Indiana Robotics Virtual Showcase. Danny, why don't you take it from here?
Thanks, Renee. I'm excited to be here for today's virtual showcase. Here in Indiana, we had over 80 First Tech Challenge teams compete in 6 leagues, 3 league championship tournaments, 3 qualifying tournaments, and a semi-state super qualifier. Even though some of our events have been postponed or canceled, we would like to recognize the team's efforts during the season with these awards today. Our Hospitality Honorees Award. We would like to give a huge thank you to every individual team and organization who helped organize and host every event, qualifier, tournament, and league. Because of your tireless hard work, selfless donation of time, effort, and support, combined with a passion for the mission of FIRST, you all were instrumental in our FTC regular season Skystone competitions being a resounding success. Thank you all. And now, Bethany.
Thanks, Danny. I'm super excited to help with the first Indiana Robotics Virtual Showcase. Being here today is a great way to reflect on the great season we've had, and I also look so forward to seeing what the future holds for all these teams. I'm here to announce the Soaring Skyscraper Award. Skystone proved to be a very exciting game to play and to watch. There were several noteworthy complex tasks. However, the ones that were most exhilarating for both the teams and the audience were building the skyscraper and placing the capstone on top. As the regular season progressed and the teams got better and better, the audience cheers of "How high can you go?" and "Higher, higher" grew louder and louder as the skyscrapers grew taller and taller. This special award goes to the team who not only was able to build the tallest skyscraper, but also successfully managed to place their capstone on top, move their foundations out of the building site, and then earn extra endgame points by parking their robot in their building site. All done while keeping their skyscraper completely intact. Here's what the judges had to say about this award. Reaching new heights takes careful planning and execution. Precision movement is needed to clamp down on such a success. With a true warrior spirit, this team built the tallest tower in Indiana. Congratulations to Team 12231 Warrior Tech. Let's watch the building of this 10-stone skyscraper in action.
Warrior Tech is now up to 9 stones, and they're shooting for their 10th stone. That's 10 stones. Warrior Tech has stacked on top of each other. That's the most I have seen in this year's competition.
The highest match score award. The Skystone game presented a series of engineering challenges for teams to master, with each task having specific point value. In the autonomous period, alliances earned points by repositioning their foundation into the building site, delivering stones from the loading zone to the building zone, placing stones on their foundation, and navigating their robot under their segment of the bridge. During the driver control period, alliances earn points by delivering and placing stones from their loading zone to their building zone. Robots also build skyscrapers going as high as possible without toppling over. In the final 30-second endgame, alliances earn points by capping their skyscrapers with a team-supplied capstone, moving their foundations out of the building site and parking their robots in their building site. Strategy, coordination of effort, and teamwork between the alliance partners were all key factors in the quest to obtain the highest match score of the regular season. These teams understood that cooperation is vital to success. Coordinating their strategies led to the state's highest score. They proved it takes more than just math formulas and zip ties to win at first. 175 points at the Northern League Championship Tournament. Congratulations to Team 12770, Need More Zip Ties, and Team 16940, Fractals.
Next is the Triple Crown Award. The three most coveted titles sought after by First Tech Challenge teams at competitions are 1, to be ranked at the top of the qualifying rounds, so you'll be top Alliance Captain, 2, to be the winning Alliance Captain, and 3, to be the Inspire Award winner. To earn one of these distinctions is quite an accomplishment. To achieve 2 at competitions is very impressive, and to achieve all 3 is completely astonishing and worthy of a special shout out. So here's a special tribute to our Triple Crown winner. Some teams really rise to the challenge of first. It takes talent to successfully juggle all the aspects of a First Tech Challenge team to be a winner. No doubt about it, this team really rocks. They were the #1 ranked team, winning Alliance Captain and Inspire Award winner at the Light the Spark qualifying tournament. Congratulations to Team 9864 Jug Rocks Robotics.
The highest Rookie Seed Award. At each First Tech Challenge tournament, special awards are given out to teams recognizing noteworthy accomplishments. The highest rookie seed is one of those awards. Not only did this rookie team achieve the highest rank of all rookie teams at all of the tournaments during the regular season, they also got a great start on their trophy case by winning several official First Tech Challenge awards. This rookie team really started out strong. Despite their name, they were never distracted at the competition. Focused on winning, their competitors could only say nuts. The number one ranked team at the IU Kokomo and Light the Spark qualifying tournaments. Congratulations to Team 16501 Squirrel!
Now it's time for the Judges Award. The Judges Award is given at the discretion of the judges to a team they've encountered whose unique efforts, performance, or dynamics merit recognition, yet the team does not fit into any of the existing award categories. State Judge Advisors Kevin Osborne and Betsy Baxter have decided that during the regular season, there were 2 teams of distinction who met the criteria of receiving a Judges Award. The first Judges Award is called the Enthusiastic Imagery Award, and here's what the judges had to say about this team. At every competition, the judges always took note of this team's stylish presence and enthusiastic attitude. This team always takes their appearance to the next level. Keep up the sharp look. Congratulations to Team 8711, the gas attendant. The second Judges Award is the Gracious Professionalism Award, and here's what the judges had to say about this team. This team keeps working to drive themselves and all the other Indiana FTC teams to keep getting better. They never give up and they never slack off. They are a great example of gracious professionalism at its best, a tough competitor and a generous ally. Congratulations to Team 535 Tobor.
The Volunteer of the Year Award. Volunteers are the foundation of success for all FIRST Robotics programs. We cannot thank these individuals enough for their hard work, their passion, and their excitement and their selfless giving of their time. Each season, we honor and recognize one above and beyond volunteer and want to celebrate their contributions to the entire FIRST Indiana community. The First Tech Challenge Indiana Volunteer of the Year Award goes to a person who helped start FTC in Indiana from its humble beginnings in 2007. Starting out as a mentor supporting a local team as a bus driver, counselor, fundraising coordinator, and encourager, she quickly stepped into a more technical role when Indiana hosted its first state championship. Taking time out of her own schedule and paying her own food and lodging, she traveled to surrounding state championships to better understand how the logistics should happen for a high-level competition such as the state championship. Taking notes and applying these best practices, she was able to develop a schedule that set the tempo for years to come. Not only did she develop the schedule, she also worked the registration desk and still currently does, greeting the teams and volunteers as they arrive. This volunteer doesn't like to let anything go under her feet. So, as soon as she was finished registering teams, she quickly turned her attention to the competition fields as the official scorekeeper. She has been keeping score at the Indiana State Championship every year since. Please join us in thanking and congratulating Indiana's First Tech Challenge 2019-2020 Volunteer of the Year Award recipient, Alice Wilcoxon.
Next is the Compass Award. The Compass Award recognizes an adult coach or mentor who provided outstanding guidance and support for a First Tech Challenge team during the regular season. The winner of the Compass Award is determined from candidates nominated by student team members via a 40 to 60 second video. These videos highlight how their nominated mentor has helped them become an outstanding team and has truly demonstrated what it means to reflect gracious professionalism. All the video submissions for the regular season were reviewed and evaluated by the state judge advisors to determine the winner of this award. Congratulations to John Gifford, mentor of Team 11959 Colonel Panic. Let's take a look at their award-winning video.
A teacher's a compass that activates magnets of curiosity, knowledge, and wisdom in the pupils.
Ira Garrison was right. John helps us bring out all the qualities in our students. He is committed to our FTC teams, Jordan Key and Colonel Panic.
My mentor said, let's go do it, now you go do it. How powerful when someone says let's.
Entrepreneur Jim Rohn truly defined our mentor John. He is there to guide us to a solution, keeping watch as we discover and learn.
Best teachers are the ones who tell you where to look, but don't tell you what to see.
John helps every sub-team, urging us to explore solutions without feeding us answers. He helps us to see different possibilities and solutions.
A mentor empowers a person to see a possible future and believe it can be obtained.
John inspires us to think of different ways to solve a problem and guides us to achieve the result. When we are having issues with the robot, when we are running out of ideas, he helps us to move forward. He is a great asset to the team.
The Promote Award. The Promote Award is given to the team that is most successful in creating a compelling message for the public, designed to change our culture and celebrate science, technology, engineering, and math. Teams must present a thoughtful, high-quality video that appeals to the general public and best exhibits this year's topic of how FIRST has changed you. All of the video submissions for the regular season were reviewed and evaluated by the state judge advisors to determine the winner of this award. Congratulations to Team 8578, Jordan Key. Let's take a look at their award-winning video.
FIRST has taught me how to work efficiently on a team and to communicate well in groups. I am a more considerate and compassionate team member because of my experiences with FIRST.
FIRST has given me the knowledge to succeed in a future career like engineering, programming, or business.
FIRST has given me greater confidence in myself, and I know I can accomplish anything I set my mind to.
FIRST has made me a better problem solver and taught me how to think on my feet, which helps me succeed. I also now know that sometimes I need to rely on others to come up with a solution.
FIRST has taught me how to communicate clearly and get my message across to a variety of audiences.
Next, I'm here to present the first Dean's List finalists for Indiana. These students were nominated by their teams for their direct contributions and impact on others, exemplifying leadership and commitment on the team and in their community. First Dean's List finalists recognized here today are our nominees for the First Tech Challenge Dean's List Award at the FIRST Championship. These FGC students have also been invited to join the First Indiana Robotics Student Board of Directors. Today, we would like to celebrate the following FTC students for their accomplishments. They were already announced in March. Congratulations to Kaylee Lane from team number 12231, Warrior Tech, Joseph Mafton from team number 12835, Pixelated, and last but not least, Gwyn Redding from team number 535, Tobor.
And finally today, we have the Indiana Inspire Award. The teams that receive this award are strong ambassadors for the FIRST programs and work to promote FIRST and make it loud in their communities. The teams that receive this award have performed well in all judging categories and were chosen by the judges as a model FIRST Tech Challenge team both on and off the playing field. The judges used observations made during interviews and in the pit area, the team's engineering notebook, and performance on the playing field to determine the winners. We are proud to congratulate the 5 Indiana teams who earned this illustrious award during the regular season. Please help me congratulate Team 535 Tobor from Crawfordsville. Along with Team 9862 Control Alt Destroy from Griffith. Next up, we have Team 9864, Judd Rocks Robotics from Shoals, Indiana. Next up, Team 14400, the Space Cadets of Hobart. And rounding things out, Team 12835, Pixelated from Granger. Congratulations, teams, and now back to Renee.
Thanks, Danny. Please join me in congratulating all of the teams on their performance and, more importantly, for all of their efforts towards a successful future. The final portion of our virtual showcase highlights the FIRST Robotics Competition program. This season, FRC teams worked together in the 2020 season Infinite Recharge to protect First City from approaching asteroids caused by a distant space skirmish. As a community, our teams are supporting boundless innovation and creating a society that's empowered, inspired, and hopeful. At this time, I'd like to introduce our MCs for the FIRST Robotics Competition Showcase. Corey Bounds, the first alumnus from Washington, is currently teaching in the Chicago area. Corey is a world championship game announcer who spends her time supporting the FIRST program as an FRC FTC talent team member in the Illinois, Indiana, and Washington areas. Corey, can you tell us more about the FRC volunteers we're celebrating today?
Thanks, Renee. I'm happy to be joining us here at the first Indiana Robotics Virtual Showcase. Despite the Infinite Recharge season being cut short, there's so much to celebrate about the accomplishments of our FIRST community. Let's start by presenting the Outstanding Volunteer Awards for our suspended events. The Outstanding Volunteer Award is very special because there are so many deserving volunteers. The inspectors, refs, judges, field and scoring table crew, and the planning committee, the machine shop folks, pit admin, all of those people are volunteers who help FIRST rise. And without volunteer support, FIRST would not exist. Their dedication and commitment are critical across all FIRST programs. Traditionally, at our Indiana FRC events, Outstanding Volunteer Awards go to a non-key volunteer who worked well above and beyond their volunteer role during an event. With the suspension of the season, the volunteer committee decided to take this opportunity to recognize the local volunteers who put in the time and effort to make these events a success. Please join us in celebrating these 3 incredible volunteers from our district events. From the St. Joseph District event, the Outstanding Volunteer Award goes to St. Joseph District Planning Committee Chair and Main Facility Contact for Penn High School, Josiah Parker. From the Columbus District event, the Outstanding Volunteer Award goes to Columbus District Planning Committee Chair and Assistant Event Manager, Amy Limata. And from the Perry Meridian District event, the Outstanding Volunteer Award goes to Perry Meridian Hospitality Coordinator, Amber Barton. Next up, we are going to celebrate the Volunteer of the Year for FIRST Indiana Robotics. The Volunteer of the Year Award celebrates the dedication and service of truly outstanding volunteers. The phenomenal success of the FIRST Robotics competition is a reflection of the commitment and enthusiasm displayed by our volunteers. We are truly humbled by the passion and commitment of those volunteers. District events take a lot of pre-planning and hard work. Much of what is typically done at regionals by paid staff is instead done by volunteers in our district. This first volunteer has been involved with the Indiana FRC program since they were in high school. Starting as a key volunteer in 2014 as a field supervisor at the Central Illinois Regional, this volunteer worked hard to transition into the role of an FTAA in the Indiana district before becoming an official Indiana FTA in 2019. Beyond their participation as a volunteer on the field, this individual is legendary for their behind-the-scenes support of the FIN program. They've become a master at Tetris to ensure all field and event equipment for the season fit into just 2 box trucks. They coordinate the prepping and packing of the field before the start of official events. They manage transportation schedules for the season, work out truck logistics, and more recently, they've been providing AV support to upgrade our system for our events. We are pleased to award this humble, problem-solving, first alumnus and role model to all with the Volunteer of the Year Award. Congratulations, Brett Heininger. All right, Renee, back to you.
Thank you, Corey. And now I'd like to introduce Ryan Camphouse, first alumnus from Minnesota, who is currently teaching in the Chicago area. Ryan is a World Championship MC who volunteers as an FTC and FRC talent team member in Illinois and Indiana. Ryan, please announce our 2020 First Indiana Robotics Presidents and Foundation Award winners.
Thanks, Renee. The First Indiana Robotics Presidents Award celebrates an organization who shares the belief that our future is built better together. This award was created in 2017 as a way to recognize an organization who has provided overwhelming support to the First Indiana Robotics community. The organizations who have received this award in the past are pillars of our local robotics community and help fit and prepare young people for life. Each year, the First Indiana Robotics Board of Directors and staff come together to select an organization that meets this criteria. Here's what the leaders of FIN had to say about this deserving organization. Since 2017, this organization has provided volunteer support to First Indiana Robotics events. They have staff that volunteer as mentors for local teams, support STEM summer camps, and provide statewide support of the FIRST program. FIN has participated in education conferences on campus to share information about the First LEGO League Junior program, and staff have worked with their engineering team to create a phone stand that would have gone to FRC and FTC volunteers this season. Their kickoff event is legendary, managing local kit disbursement for not 1 but 2 FRC kickoff events, and for consistently providing teams with an opportunity to virtually explore the field. Please join us in congratulating the University of Indianapolis R.B. Annis School of Engineering. To present the First Indiana Robotics Foundation Award, I'd like to introduce Mary Reinhardt, Vice Chair of the First Indiana Robotics Board of Directors.
Thank you, Ryan. The First Indiana Robotics Foundation Award is given to an individual or group that has been instrumental in shaping the direction of our organization. Their support has provided FIN the foundation needed to fulfill our mission and bring FIRST to more students in Indiana. Without these people, First Indiana Robotics would not be the organization we are today. We are excited to celebrate this individual. This individual was one of the original advocates for First in Indiana Robotics and for the district model. She has been a leader in Indiana for many years, spearheading the Boilermaker Regional back when she was a member of Purdue First. She has worked with other leaders from other states to establish the First in Indiana nonprofit community, and she has worked tirelessly from the sidelines, building capacity, relationships, and the organization itself. Because of her efforts, First in Indiana is a model district across the entire First community. She has a no-nonsense approach, which I personally respect, and admire, and she will continue to be a beacon of light from her new role on the Executive Advisory Board. Please join me in congratulating Chelsea Bowen.
Thank you, Ryan and Mary, for celebrating here today with us. Congratulations to the University of Indianapolis R.B. Annis School of Engineering and Chelsea. We appreciate your long-term support of the FIN community, and we wouldn't be where we are today without you. I'd now like to introduce Andy Baker, 2003 Woodie Flowers Award winner and mentor of FRC 3940 Cybertooth and Chris Foltz, 2010 Woodie Flowers Award winner and mentor of FRC 234, Cyber Blue. And now, Chris, I'll hand it off to you.
From the earliest days of FIRST, we were lucky enough to have a bright light which shined in the right direction. Woodie Flowers held that light, and he often used it like a laser beam to point out the obstacles in front of us. He sometimes used it broadly to clearly illuminate the bigger picture of ourselves, our teams, of FIRST, our planet, and even the universe. He is no longer standing here with us, but we're fortunate enough to be able to get the feeling for his ideas with another round of the videos that he called Good Stuff.
You're likely to be very successful. You will have a nice relationship with society. You will provide stuff that folks like, and in exchange, society will love you. You will feel needed. But you don't want your success to put you inside a success bubble, looking out at what some are calling the useless class. If you want a meaningful and happy life, each of you need to figure out how to pull at least 100 others with you towards success. This is very, very hard. You will need all of the gracious professionalism you can muster to help others get to the good stuff.
The Woodie Flowers Award is special for mentors because it is a student's choice. The following mentors were nominated at the Indiana District competitions this season. From Team 71, Scott Warren. From Team 234, Robert Goldman. From Team 292, Mark Pendergrast. From Team 461, Brad Thompson. From Team 868, David Fronek. From Team 1018, Lenny Delacruz. From Team 1024, Dan Phelps. From Team 1501, Wayne Donges. From Team 1529, Robert Arho. From Team 1646, Michael Klinker. From Team 1720, Ryan Dagno. From Team 1741, Nathan Colum. From Team 1747, Kevin Cooley. From Team 2171, William Spear. From Team 2197, Frank Hobart. From Team 2867, Neil Holmes. From Team 3147, Andrew Riddle. From Team 3176, Sagar Desai. From Team 3494, Madison Stricker. From Team 3936, Tyler Creole. From Team 3940, Micah Kane Hoover. From Team 4272, Eric Sells. From Team 4926, Lisa Orth-Farrell. From Team 5010, Thomas Wright. From Team 5188, Marie Hansen. From Team 6498, Lyle Oxley. From Team 6956, Renee Becker-Blau. From Team 7198, Bruce Comer. From Team 7477, Kyle Marsh. And from Team 7617, Meredith Hogan. And now, let's transition to Andy to learn a little more about the award and this year's Indiana winner.
Thank you, Chris. I do want to give a fond hello to my friend Bill Beatty, another Indiana Championship Woodie Flowers Award winner. He's on Team FRC 71, Team Hammond, and he won the award back in 2000. This award celebrates outstanding communication in the art and science of engineering and design. It was created by Dr. William Murphy in 1996, seeking to celebrate one mentor who, in concisely communicated written words and students, demonstrates the leadership, ethical behavior, and communication skills exemplified by Woodie. At each regional event and each district championship, one mentor will receive the Woodie Flowers Finalist Award. Then, one mentor will be selected from the present finalists and renominated past finalists to receive the 2020 Championship Woodie Flowers Award to be announced Saturday, May 2nd at the first virtual showcase presented by Qualcomm. You shared high praise for the accomplishments and dedication of your mentors and your teams. Based on your input, we now recognize the outstanding contribution of one mentor to the FIRST experience. The student nominators use a multitude of words to describe this mentor, including dedication, enthusiasm, devotion, energy, and smart. For 14 years, this mentor has been leading this team and instilling the students a passion for engineering. One thing for certain, he is not just monkeying around, he is truly an inspiration. Please join us in congratulating the 2020 Indiana State Woodie Flowers Finalist Award winner, Frank Hobart from Team 2197. And now I'm going to toss it back to Renee. Thank you all.
Thanks, Andy, and congratulations, Frank Hobart. To announce our Dean's List finalists, I'd like to introduce Dave Thomas, a FIRST alumnus from the Ohio area who has been a long-term volunteer and mentor in FIRST. Dave started game announcing in Ohio and Indiana before becoming a FIRST championship game announcer. Dave, can you tell us a little bit more about the students we're celebrating today?
Thank you, Renee. I'm excited to be here. As you might recall, Finn announced the FRC Dean's List State Championship semifinalists at our awards ceremony earlier in the month. These 8 student representatives joined their FTC peers in becoming members of the FIRST Indiana Robotics Student Board of Directors. As representatives, they will engage the community and improve the overall FIRST experience in Indiana. These 8 FRC student representatives joined their FTC peers in becoming members of the FIRST Indiana Robotics Student Board of Directors. As representatives, they will engage the community and improve the overall FIRST student experience in Indiana. The members act as the voice of Indiana students by facilitating feedback and discussion with their peers about how to improve the team experience. Ultimately, these students are tasked with identifying ways to build a robotics community that prepares young people for life. Please join me in congratulating the members of the 2020-2021 FRC Student Board of Directors: Anjali Vanamala, Adedoyin Famayuwa, Isabel Baxter, Isabella Robertson, Jenna Rigdon, Peyton Gross, Samantha Zanti, Troy Crooks. These 8 FRC students were invited to participate in a second round of interviews in order to select the 2 2020 FIRST Dean's List finalists for Indiana. The following students were nominated by their teams for their direct contributions and impact on others, exemplifying leadership and commitment on the team and in their community. FIRST Dean's List finalists recognized here today are also our nominees to be FIRST Dean's List winners, which will be announced on the first virtual showcase presented by Qualcomm on May 2nd. I'll announce the names one at a time as our district has 2 finalists. Congratulations to Peyton Gross from Team 3494. And congratulations to Adedoyin Famayuwa from team number 6956. Congratulations to these awesome students, and good luck in the future. Now back to Renee.
Thank you, Dave. Congratulations, Peyton and Addie. And now to announce the District Chairman's Award winners, I'd like to introduce Rachel Baker, a FIRST alumnus from Indiana, who is currently based in Chicago after graduating from Purdue University. Rachel started emceeing and game announcing a few years ago at both FRC and FTC Indiana events, and we're excited to have you here today.
Thanks, Renee. As a lifelong member of the FIRST community, I'm especially honored to have the privilege of announcing our Indiana Chairman's Award winners for this 2020 season. However, this experience is extremely bittersweet for myself, as I'm sure it is also for everyone else. I know that due to the current circumstances, there are, of course, a lot of feelings of heartache around what the season could have been. However, I'm also extremely proud of the FIRST community and specifically the Fin family, #FinFam, for how we've handled this crisis. The Chairman's Award is a recognition that awards the teams that best embody FIRST's mission. It's important for us to ensure that these teams' accomplishments and endeavors are properly recognized and celebrated, and that we will also draw inspiration from these teams as we continue to navigate our current circumstances. I know that our FIRST community is going to take this current situation as an opportunity to help our schools, cities, and most vulnerable populations. I'm proud of our community, and I know that we're going to come out of this crisis stronger than ever. FIRST Indiana Robotics was able to complete the Bloomington District event earlier this season. We would still like to take this time to recognize and congratulate the Chairman's Award winner from the 2020 Fin Bloomington event, FRC 1741 Red Alert. The following 3 District Chairman's Award winners were judged on the basis of their essay submissions due to the unforeseen circumstances of the world. But know that these teams have accomplished so much for FIRST and their communities. The Chairman's Award is the most prestigious award in FIRST. It honors the teams that best represent a model for other teams to emulate and best embodies the purpose and goals of FIRST. The Chairman's Award is presented to the team judged to have the most significant measurable impact of its partnerships among its participants and community over a sustained period of time, not just a single build season. The winner is able to demonstrate progress towards FIRST's mission of transforming our culture. Please join me in congratulating our 2020 Chairman's Award winners. From the St. Joseph District event, congratulations to FRC Team 135, Penn Robotics. From the 2020 Columbus District event, congratulations to FRC Team 234, Cyber Blue. And from the 2020 Perry Meridian District event, congratulations to Team 2197, Las Pumas. Congratulations, teams. You have so much to be proud of. Now, back to Renee to close us out.
Thank you, Rachel, and congratulations, teams. I can't say I ever expected to be here. I fully expected today to be in Detroit, celebrating with friends, grabbing dinner, and being able to watch some amazing robots compete in this competition. But with that being said, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but with this group of amazing mentors, volunteers, and students that Indiana has. And while we might not be the classic group of volunteers that knows what we're doing, and we may have more fun comparing our rebrand to an infamous water game, and while we will always enjoy a great corn on the cob, I fully believe that our future is built better together, and that through these core aspects and beliefs of our program with mentorship and hands-on learning and the commitment that and respect our students have for the mentors and the commitment our mentors have towards teaching our students, the problem solving that I see even with the COVID aspects that are taking place in this community right now, the community engagement and problem solving around those concepts is exactly what we look for in our FIRST teams. And while it's sad that we don't get to see each other at our celebratory, competitions of the year where we can display those core values of the program, that doesn't mean that we're not showing those core values every day. Altogether, we're a robotics community that prepares young people, our students, for life. And that's what we're doing right now. I know that each and every one of you in the Fin family are just like the districts that we have. We're young, we're scrappy, and we're committed. And I look forward to seeing how each and every one of us is going to change the world. Tonight, we're here to celebrate you, your creativity, your talents, your smarts, your energy, your spirit. You are first, and you are Finn. And thank you, everybody. So we're here to sign off. Good night, and may the force be with you.
Are y'all still here? Yeah, I miss you too. I have a recap video from Detroit last year. We could watch that. All right, here it is. How was that? No? Still looking for more? Well, here's an old friend I think you'll enjoy. All right, Fin Fam, that's the last of the Easter eggs. Tune in to First TV on May 2nd at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to get more first.